Good morning to everyone. This is Arul Murugan. Welcome to my digital class. Chapter name Database Concepts. Lecture video part 11. Today's topic Normalization Rule. What is normalization? Normalization is a process of organizing data in a database. So what is normalization? It is nothing but process of organizing a data in database, right? To make the database more flexible by eliminating redundancy and inconsistent dependency. So we have to organize the data and we have to make the database more flexible by eliminating redundancy. We know that redundancy. What is redundancy? Which means duplicate values. And inconsistent dependency. We know that inconsistent, which means we are having two tables. In the two table, if we two same values, for example, student address having both tables, if we change any value, for example student address, if we change in a one table, that should be change automatically in another table. Understand? That is consistent. So if it does not change, that is inconsistent, right? Next, there are four normalization rules are there. First one, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and BCNF. We will see one by one. First normal form. See, a row of data cannot contain repeating group of data. A row of data cannot contain repeating group of data, which means each row data must have unique identifier, which means primary key. In your NCERT textbook, they given this example, and we can for a first normal form, there is another rule also is there, which means a column should not have a multiple value. Understand? But in your NCERT textbook, they given this example. We will go with this example. You can see this. The first row 401, which is a student ID, student name, and subject. You can see the second row also having same value. So the same row, it is repeating. So according to the first normal rule, a row of data cannot containing a repeating group of data. Understand? So we have to change it. So after that, we are going to split as a two table. So new student table, you can see this student ID, student name, subject name. Here the student ID is a primary key. So according to the first normal form, we are giving a primary key, and here a subject table, student ID, subject ID, and subject name. Here also you can see, here the same data is repeating, but according to first normal form, we have to use primary key, so that we divided the table into two table. Here we given a student ID. Understand? And here what is the primary key? Subject ID. So here also one primary key, here also one primary key, but here we are having two row having repeated value. So that's why we divided into two table. So each table having a primary key. So too simple. What is first normal form? In the sense, a row of data cannot contain repeating group of data, which means each row of a data must have unique identifier, which means primary key we should have. Next, second normal form. See, in a second normal form, it should meet all the needs of first normal form. So in a second normal form, first it should meet all the rules of or all the needs of first normal form. Then there must not be any partial dependency of any column on primary key. We will see what does it mean. It means that for a table that has concatenated primary key, each column in the table that not a part of primary key must depend on the entire concatenated key for existence. It is too simple. We will see one small example so that you can able to understand. Look at the table. The table having first column library ID, second column student name, next issuer ID, next issuer name, then book details. So the table name is library table. So in a library table, first column library ID. So we know that it is a primary key. Understand? Next, student name. You can see with the help of student library ID, we can get the information student name. Can you able to understand? With the help of student ID, easily we can identify the student name. So the student name is depending on the library ID. Next, issuer ID. With the help of issuer ID, I can able to get the issuer name. So the issuer name is depending on the issuer ID. Understand? But you can see this last column, it is not depending on any primary key. Now you can see this statement. There must not be any partial dependency, any column on primary key. We know that partial dependency, which means off or some part is not dependent. So here you can see the student name is depend on library ID, the issuer name is depend on issuer ID, but book detail is not depending on any primary key. This is called partially dependent. It should not be like that according to second normal form. So that we are split into three table. You can see library ID and student name. Clear? The student name is depending on library ID. It is fully dependent. Next, issuer details. Issuer name is depending on issuer ID. It is also fully dependent. The book detail. The book detail is depending on both library ID and issuer ID. So with the help of this both primary key, we can get the book details. Understand? Now this table is fully dependent. There is no partially dependent. Understand? So what is second normal form in the sense? There must not be any partial dependency of any column on primary key. So in the second normal form, student name depending on library ID, issue name depending on issue ID, but book detail is not depending on any primary key. So that to satisfy the second normal form, we split it into three table. So now the second normal form is satisfied. What is that? Student name is depending on library ID, issuer ID depending on issuer ID, book detail is depending on both library ID and issuer ID. Now second normal form is satisfied. Now third normal form. See, every non-prime attribute of a table must be depending on primary key. It is like it is also like similarly second normal form. Here the transitive functional dependency should be removed from the table. We will see one small example so that you can easily understand. You can see the student detail table, student ID, student name, date of birth, street, city, state, pin. Now you can see student name, date of birth, these two column depending on student ID. Understand? Next, street, city, state, these three are depending on the pin. Understand? So see the third normal form. Every non-prime attribute, student name is non-prime attribute, date of birth is non-prime attribute, which means not a primary column, must be depending on primary key. So these two depending on this primary key, and street, city, state, these three depending on the pin. So with the help of pin, we can easily identify state, city and street. Understand? So it is belongs to pin, and student name, date of birth, it is belongs to student ID. To satisfy the third normal form, we are splitting into two table. Now we can see student name and date of birth, pin, these three are depending on student ID. With the help of pin, we can able to see that street, city and state. So these three column are depending on the pin. This is called transitive dependency. With here, these two column are depending on student ID, and street, city, state are depending on pin. The pin also, I'm sorry, one second. You can see what we are going to see what is transitive functional dependency. See, student name, first you have to understand, first point, every non-prime attribute of table must depend on primary key. See, student name, date of birth depending on student ID, street, city, state, it is depending on pin. Now we are going to see transitive functional dependency. See, student name, date of birth depending on student ID, along with the pin also it is depending on student ID. Here state, city, pin depending on pin. Understand? So this is called transitive dependency. To overcome this problem, we are split into two table, student details and address table. So there are two tables. So now we can get the third normal form. So student name, date of birth, pin, all three column fully depending on primary key. Here another table, state, city, street, these three are depending on the pin. Now third normal form is achieved. So what is third normal form? Too simple. There are 2 points. Every non-prime attribute of a table must be depend on primary key. Next, the transitive functional dependency should be removed from the table. Understand? Next, fourth one, BCNF. What is BCNF? Bicey code normal form. Bicey code normal form. See, the BCNF is a higher version of third normal form. The BCNF is a higher version of third normal form. This form deals with a certain type of anomaly that is not handled by third normal form. You may have a small doubt, what is anomaly, which means the error is not considered. The error is not considered. We can see with one small example. Consider the following relation to become a primary key. See, in a relation there are 4 columns A, B, C, D. If we take A and C as a primary column, B and C it is depending on A and C. If you take A and D, B is depending on A and D, but here C is not depending on any primary key. So this relation is not considered. Only this relation is considered. Understand? This is called Bicey and code normal form. So too simple, what is Bicey and code normal form means? It is a higher version of third normal form. This form deals with certain type of anomaly, which means the error is not considered in the table. So just to see the video one more time, if you have any doubt, you can call me or you can message me. Thank you for watching this video.